Let's talk about the first use of the media. Before anything existed, what did God use for the media? This is interesting. The first media was simply the Word. Everybody say Word. Boy, words are important. The Word is the medium used by God to communicate His will, His desire, His thoughts, and that resulted in what? The creation of the world. In other words, God had an idea in His mind. He used the media of the Word to get it out, and the Word produced creation. In other words, the mediation between God and creation is the Word. So the first one to introduce media is God Himself. And the Word was His first media. And today it is still the most powerful media. What you hear will either kill you or save you. Write this down, please. Genesis 1 says, and God said, verse 3. Verse 6, and God said. Verse 9, and God said. Verse 11, and God said. Verse 14, and God said. Verse 20, and God said. Verse 24, and God said. Verse 26, and God said. God did everything by using this medium of the Word. John chapter 1, verse 1 to 3. It says, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God, and the same was in the beginning with God. Important thing here is to notice that the Word is God. Do you see that? Okay, let me explain why. This word is important. It's the word logos, L-O-G-O-S. Write it down. The word there for the word is the word logos. The Hebrew word and the Greek word here that is translated in the Hebrew and the Greek for logos, it actually means this. It means expression of a thought. Write it down, please. Logos means what? Expression of a thought. Come on, I want you to be smart now, young people. Get this and understand it. The word logos means what? Expression of a thought. So if you were to read that verse and use the literal meaning, it'll sound like this. In the beginning was the expression of God's thoughts. And God's thoughts was God. And God was His thoughts. All things were made by the thoughts of God that were expressed. Verse 14, and the thoughts of God became flesh and dwelt among us in a body. So, why is that important? Let's understand. Words are thoughts containers. When you speak a word, it takes your thoughts away from your mind, and it gives you a vehicle to use to transmit your thoughts. And therefore, it's the most powerful media on earth. When I give you a word, you just got one of my thoughts. Thoughts are invisible. But when you speak, they become audible. And therefore, I cannot know what you're thinking until you talk. What is a thought? A thought is a silent word. What is a word? An expressed thought. What is a thought? Your thought is your idea, your concept. What is your word? Your expressed concept. So when you speak to me, you are giving me what's in your heart. Write this down. Words control thoughts and create life. So you got to be careful who you listen to, because they are giving you their mind. Now there's a statement we make in the Bahamas that's very serious, but we don't think it is. And that is, we use this term, I'm going to give you peace of my mind. That is literally true. When people talk to you, they are giving you a piece of their minds. And if you listen to them and receive it, you've just added their mind to yours. Take heed what you hear. The media, therefore, is the most powerful force on earth because it transmits ideas. Let's talk about words for a minute. Hebrews 1 verse 3 says, the Son is the radiance of God's glory and the exact representation of His being. He sustains all things by what? His powerful word. Not only did the word create everything, but it holds everything together. John 1:3, through Him all things were made, and without Him was nothing made that is made. The Word produced everything. God sent the medium of the Word to save the world. Isn't that amazing? He sent the medium to save the world. This is interesting. We got the world going to hell, we got God in heaven, and God wants to save them. What did He do? He sent someone in the middle. Come on, y'all talk to me.